Hello prospectors, OSG here with another quick and dirty video. Hello and welcome to my day 1 boomer review video. These are my hot takes of my first 24 hours experiencing season 2 day 1. I'm sure many people are coming back to the game or considering picking it up again on the weekend. So these are my first-hand experiences, showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly of day 1. All in all, there's definitely been more good. I'm having a good time, but more on that later in the video. As far as progress goes, I think I've done really well considering that I lost about 3 hours of play due to unforeseen circumstances and power cuts. Way less of a pain in the ass to those statesides that I had to consider hurricanes. Best wishes to you. I hope that you and your family are safe. Coming back to the game again, in terms of progress, all my factions are at least level 5. I have green stims unlocked. I've got a nice and big stash. I believe I'm sitting close to 160 at the minute. Quarter level's 4 and my ass pocket is already 9. So if you want to see what it's all about, hopefully there are some things that you can take away that will help you progress and move forward. Stick around. Let's kick this good, the bad, and the ugly review off with the bad and the ugly. In the first couple of hours, many of us got familiar with this screen, and then ultimately leading to this screen, which then put you in a loop as you couldn't log on, and then occasionally I would also get this crash. Strangely enough, this little loop led to some unexpected pleasant surprises later, which I'll get to later in the video. But then coming back to the crashes, fair play to Jaeger. Within the first couple of hours of the new season being out, they put forward 2 hotfixes that resolved most of these issues. And I think that's a thing of the past now for most people. I'm sure we're all aware with any new launch of a new season or games, the first 48 hours to 72 hours is always quite tricky when things go live. So again, hats off to Jaeger for getting that sorted out pretty fast, all in all considering. And then there's this one. At the end of a good little run, you're getting ready to extract. As you can see, I'm pretty stacked. I've got 4 smart mesh, 5 copper wire, and I see there's another aluminum scrap down here, which I'm going to get before the ship arrives, which is a pretty good haul for day 1, especially the 5 copper wire, because I'm currently grinding an unlock for my quarters that I think requires 12. So this would be a huge victory if I get out. I come back, I wait for the ship. Obviously a lot of uncertain and tension in the air, uncertainty and tension as I wait for the ship. I'm having a quick listen again. I also have a Strider Flesh with me, which I'll use for another upgrade. It is safe pocketed though, but yeah, pretty tense right here, getting ready to smoke, having a listen. Smoke's out. We got this, right? Easy dub right here. Nobody's around. Let's go. Should be safe. Yeah, nobody around. Victory shots. Gotta get that quest complete finally. Hey, what's going on? Let me out. What? I'm gonna die, aren't I? I'm gonna die. What's going on? I can call the ship again? I'm in the air? Yeah, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Yeah. So there's that. As another side note here, I'm not sure if what happened to me and of course the other people that this has happened to too is related to the change where, if you're not aware, you can no longer evac on top of the evac ship. You actually enter the same animation. You go flying off into space and then ultimately you fall off. So I'm not sure if the game glitched here and thought I was inside, or sorry, on top, where I was actually inside. So hopefully that gets fixed in due course. Hopefully it doesn't happen to you. It did suck, but I made those items back pretty quick in the next run too, as my strat was very, very good. And then there's this. Thank you. What you got, bro? If you weren't aware, one of the things they changed in this patch is that you can no longer charge your melee weapon and then sprint and attack. If I could charge my knife and run, he'd be dead, man. Yeah, so what happens now, if you hold charge, as soon as you sprint, you do not release the attack, it just disappears. Fuck. That charge attack change is stupid. It's so in my muscle memory. And then when I hit, there's nothing there because I sprinted. Don't like it. That is my only criticism so far. I think those two clips and my live reaction to experiencing the melee change firsthand says it all. Again, I really don't like it. I am a big fan of knife running. Some of my best kills last season and funniest moments were from knife kills. I actually posted a video on it just before season 2 started. I really hope they revert this change. You know, if it's to protect people in the dark on Theros Island from knifey raiders, just reduce the damage of the knife or add some armor statistics into it that it can still do similar damage to AI, which is where it's the biggest pain in the ass, because with blastics or melee units as a whole, I would charge my knife, sprint into them and hit them before they could make noise or before they could make contact with me. And the uncharged attack just sucks. Sure, it staggers them, but you're gonna hit them twice instead of one-shotting them, which means you could mess it up and you could die as a result thereof. So I hope they look into this one again. I know a lot of people aren't fans, especially my fellow knife runners. If this is the case, boys, then knife running is pretty dead, because what are we gonna do now? Walk up to somebody with a charged knife? Please stand still, sir. Thank you. No, it ain't gonna work. And running into light attack hits, that's way too much time to respond and blast us, especially if you're going in naked. So again, if this is the case, then rip knife running. It was fun while it lasted. Jaeger, please look at this again, and hopefully it's a bug. If not, isn't there a different way where we can meet halfway? Now that we have the bad and the ugly out of the way, let's look at the good. I can honestly say the first 24 hours for me was a blast, and there was way more good than bad. Sure, we've covered the bad, you know, it was a little bit shitty, but there was many cool things that happened in the play session that I'll now share. The first good thing I'd like to mention is that Fortuna is simply gorgeous right now. The world is beautiful. The new trees that they added and how lush and alive everything looks is amazing. I love the new trees. I mean, look at this. The new trees are very cool. Very cool. That's so fucking cool, dude. Here's me for the next couple of minutes, just having live reactions on clips and scenes as I was doing missions and exploring and getting things done. A huge congrats to Tess and the map design team behind the cycle. You guys have done an outstanding job. Yo, look at this, man. It's so lush now. Well done, Jaeger. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay. Is that normal? Looks so nice, man. Look at this. Game looks so good now, man. Look at jungle. Look at this. It looks fucking sick. Just look how fucking lush this is, dude. Another fun addition, Big Blue over here. Old Jeffy's got some new dance moves. Oh, you look at pose now. What about scratching your throat or your balls? Right, let's see what you can do. Oh, yeah, there's a new window. I see, I like it. Can't slide it. There's the weak spot. Okay. We'll get to grips with that at some point. Definitely a big wind-up, though. A couple minutes later, Jeffy and I got to dance again, and this time, I got my revenge. Ooh, I like that. One of the things I love in Season 2 is the change to some of the gun's sound effects. I like the sound. So much more chunky now. First Jeff down. Manti sounds awesome, dude. Then remember the start of the video, we had the crash screen? Well then, that led to this. What? The reconnect feature? Dude, that is big. Thank you, Jaeger. I did not expect that. So yeah, the reconnection feature, absolutely amazing. For anybody that doesn't have perfect internet or their country's infrastructure isn't that great, this is a lifesaver, in game at least. It gives you the opportunity to jump back in and pick up where you left off. Well done, a very good addition to the game. Righto, so those concludes my initial thoughts for the review of day 1. I'm about to jump into a day 2 play session here, starting a little bit late, but I'm sure I can get the things done today that I want to get done too, which is to get my ass pocket to 10. From there the game is just way easy. Get all my traders to 10 too, that I can start getting purple weapons, and I'm sure today I'll discover Theros Island. I'm not quite sure how to do it yet. I know it's quest related. I'm assuming you have to get one faction to level 10. My car level will be there pretty soon. For me, endgame starts with those things. Having a big stash and a safe pocket of 10, it makes everything easier, questing, crafting, the whole deal. You know, I'm not a chap or a flakes yet where I'm running around in endgame with arbiters, exotic gear, and one-shotting people to the head, but I will get there. FYI, the main way that I progressed this fast in the first sitting was obviously questing and questing hard, but one of the things that I did pretty early on, I started doing backpack runs on Crescent Falls, and I just mustered up a crazy amount of items in terms again of copper wire, compound sheets, smart mesh, all the things that I needed for future quests, and that really snowballed and helped me to get my quota upgrades hella fast, so I can definitely suggest that to you. So onwards and upwards, I hope you enjoyed the video. May Fortuna favor you. Let's get back in there.